Good afternoon. It's March 8th, 2023, and today we just had a range day. Market closes in 20 minutes. Um, it looked like the bias might have been up early on, as it looked like this could have been, something um, of a channel. And you could see, I mean, we got a break and a move to a new high. So perhaps it's valid. But I mean, later it felt like the bias was down. We got two pretty strong legs down. Um, let's see if let's call this. I mean, that maybe that's the measured leg. The measured leg certainly. I mean, you could see this. I mean, people probably play it like that. To be honest, even though I'm not including this leg to a new low, people probably play it like that, and you can see that's a triple bottom at that measured move. So I'm fairly certain people look at that. But anyway, let's just take a look at these trades. It's a range day. I didn't see anything early on. I think 5 o'clock. What time? 5 o'clock comes right here. So I don't think you can take that. I don't think you can go short there. You're probably expecting it prices to go a little higher. I mean, yeah, I don't think you can go short there. It's just the first entry, and we're really just chopping around. So I don't see how you could take any of this. This kind of looks like a failure, but we're in a range, and there's a range within a range, and I just don't like any of this. And then we get this pretty strong move down, and a break and a move to a new low. And you can see that looks extremely similar to this move right here, break and a move to a new low. But price is reversed. So I mean, perhaps you would definitely consider going long here, but at that point it feels like the bias is down. So you'd want to be careful. The reversal comes up here. I'm not crazy about that. Bad signal bar. I don't really like that. But then when we are just chopping around, perhaps you take this on like a double test. It's kind of a stretch though. It's not the greatest. It's very congestive too, so I'm not really sure why I marked it, because it's not a second entry. And it looks like it. That's probably why I marked it, is because it looks like a first entry, second entry. Come up here, test the highs, and make a lower high right here. Again, not really a great setup. However, it does look like a move up, break, move to a new high, so you might consider it. And we come down here and you get what looks like a failure, but that's the new high. So that's a first, second, third. It's third entry. Break out to the low side again. It fails. Come back up to the highs. Maybe you take this one, because this definitely looks like, let's say you draw it like that. You're still going to move to a new high, and then they test that high again. That's a pretty bearish bar. Room back to the EMA. You might take that. Then we bounce off the opening price in the midline of the range, go higher, trap a bunch of people getting long here. And I like this lower high just to go back in the range. I mean, this range has pulled prices back so many times. I think it's worth the risk. And if you don't take that failure. I think it's worth it. Given this context, this is definitely a channel. So you can see that we get a close outside, a couple legs to a new low, then it reverses. Very choppy. Nothing in here, too congested and too much overlap. But we come back to the lows eventually, and then we just get a big leg up. You can see it close, move to a new high, and then you get this lower high. So you might take that. I think there's 4 ticks back to the EMA. Oh, no, there's actually 7 ticks back to the EMA. So plenty of room back to the EMA. For some reason, I couldn't pull the trigger on the MES. There was probably less room back to the EMA on the MES. But you get a nice move down. Probably not a runner because it comes back and gets those people, but a nice move down. And then we come here. Nothing in there. Failed break lower, higher low. Maybe you take that because we have a break of this channel and a move to a new low. So that higher low with a lot of room back to the EMA. That's probably 2.5 points back to the EMA or something. Then you get a break, move to a new high, try to go higher once, try to go higher a second time. This looked good to me, even though you're going into resistance or support, excuse me. It's a second entry short. It's a failed second entry long. And if I was looking at this as a channel, so you have a level of resistance there too. I deleted the channel, but I mean, there's reason to like that. But it turns out I think more people were playing the yellow channel, and this was a failure. It trapped people right away. Right away. So you would have been in and out of that in a few seconds. Come back, you get a second entry, but nothing, no signal bar. Come back here, you get a second entry with a good signal bar. So I think you could take that. Come out here, second entry, no signal bar, and we have a break and a move to a new low, and then it just goes sideways, and it reverses. Actually, yeah, I didn't see this. You get a second entry long right there. I gotta mark that green. That signal bar is no good, but you do get a second entry right there. Second entry long. And we get a break here. And we don't get a move to a new high yet, so you shouldn't be taking this reversal. But indeed, it traps these people. I'm thinking that maybe because this on a different chart probably didn't create a new high on a larger tick chart. But I think when it ticks higher right here and then has that bearish bar, you might consider that. But we're looking for a new high, and this turns out to just be some correction. And you can see, I mean, now we're well beyond that new high. I don't think there's any way to get long in here. Unfortunately, because that's a huge move up. And look at that resistance at the overnight highs, and it's just been doing that all day. The most convincing break was this break lower, but everything else really wasn't very convincing. So that's how I saw it today. I hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.